to Culture Around the World. My name is Mads Andersen and I'm going to be your host today. Our topic today is cross-cultural business behavior. We have two guests in the studio who will be talking about negotiation in Germany and Denmark, and here they are.
Hello.
Hi, Stella.
Nice to be here. Hi, my name is Victoria Hilbrecht. I'm from Norway and I have been working in Berlin, in Germany for about 4 years.
My name is Stella Petersen. I'm from Sweden and I have been working in Copenhagen in Denmark for approximately 3 years now.
Alright, it is nice to have you in the studio today. Can you start by telling us some general information about your country?
Yes, Germany, official the Federal Republic of Germany, is a federal parliamentary republic in Western Central Europe. It includes 16 constitution states. Its capital and largest city is Berlin. With 81 million inhabitants, Germany is the most popular member state in the European Union. The German economy is the largest on the continent and the fifth largest in the world. The official language is German, and more than 95% of the population speaks German as their first language. Christianity is the dominant religion in Germany.
Denmark is a small country located in the northern part of Europe. Denmark is a part of the European Union and has a 5.5 inhabitants. The capital is Copenhagen, where the majority of the financial service companies are headquartered, together with the largest companies in Denmark, such as Maersk Group and Novo Nordisk. However, there are also large important companies in Jutland, such as Liverpool, Grundfos and Arla. The spoken language in Denmark is Danish, of course. However, the majority of Danes speaks English well, and visitors can expect that almost everyone working with service understands and speaks some English. In business, everyone speaks English well, and often also other large language such as German, French or Spanish.
That sounds interesting. And then I learned something new today, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. But what is so different about living and doing business in Germany and Denmark?
While I was working in Germany, I also lived there. There are some basic rules when communicating with Germans, and they must be followed. In Germany, people are only satisfied if you call them by their status. If people are not related to each other professionally, they must include Frau or Herr, if they're older than 20 years old, whether they're married or single. Though, if they're related professionally, they must include their job status, for example, doctor or chef.
Oh wow, that is very different from Denmark. In Denmark, the use of the familiar pronoun you is common to use even for strangers in Denmark. And in Denmark, they call each other by first name, no matter their job positions.
Oh, and how do you behave in Germany?
Formal behavior is a way to show appropriate respect to people. Handshakes are expected whenever you meet or leave someone. Smiling is rarely seen to people other than friends or family, since smiling at strangers is considered silly mannerism. It is against the law to tap one's forehead while looking at another person, though a restrained hand and arm gesture is appreciated.
And what about Denmark?
In Denmark, handshakes are also expected to be polite. Many Danes are so modest that they mumble their name when introducing themselves. Furthermore, Danes are soft-spoken. In Denmark, they don't appreciate if you do anything to call attention to yourself.
Alright, so how do you behave socially in Germany?
Germany has some ground rules about social behavior, which are also important to follow. At a dinner invitation, it is important to not show up too early nor too late. Therefore, showing up within 10 or 15 minutes of the time given is a good idea. If invited to someone's home, you should politely bring a hostess gift. You can bring flowers, but there are certain rules that must be maintained. Red roses are not accepted because they symbolize love. Furthermore, canna lilies are considered only for funerals. Bring an uneven number, but not 13. Last thing to remember is to always unwrap the bouquet. High quality wine and chocolates are also accepted.
Oh, that is good to know if I ever going to eat dinner in Germany. How it is in Denmark still?
Denmark also has some ground rules about social behavior. Always arrive on time. Danes are punctual in both business and social situations. Contact the hostess ahead of time to see if she/he would like you to bring a dish. Offer to help the hostess with the preparation or cleaning up after a meal is served, and do not discuss business.
Alright, are there any final comments?
Yes, good manners are important to Germans. Instance of manners are when you, while entering a public place, proceed for a woman. You should also stand, and individually the high rank enters the room. The same with older person or woman. And Germans feel very uncomfortable if you overwhelm them with compliments.
Alright, now we have learned how to behave while living in another country, Germany and Denmark. Stella, can you tell us about Danish traditions?
Of course I can. In Denmark, great attention is paid to traditions and festivals, though without great ceremony. Many Danish traditions are based around the Christian calendar, with Christmas, Easter, and St. John's Eve being some of the most important and typically spent together with family. Other important celebrations include the Carnival, Fastelavn, in February, and New Year's Eve. There are also May Day and April Fool's Day, where Danes tease each other with pranks and outlandish stories. Danes have also started to embrace both Valentine's Day and Halloween.
And what about Germany, Victoria?
Germany has a deep history and has been a major player in Europe's past, and from this stems a culture that is filled with meaningful traditions, celebrate holidays and events. Germany celebrates many traditional Christian holidays like Easter and Christmas. Germany Unification Day, which is on October 3rd, marks the reuniting of East and West Germany and is the only federal holiday. One of Germany's proudest traditions is the Oktoberfest, which begins in late September and lasts for 16 to 18 days. It is the country's big beer bash. Furthermore, the Cologne Carnival is a very big event.
Now we've been talking about how to behave while living in Germany and Denmark, and about the different traditions. Now we are going to talk about how to behave while working in Germany and Denmark.
And when communication about business with Danes, you need to know that in Denmark the communication style is very direct and honest.
And what about Germany, Victoria?
The German culture has developed its own negotiation style, and there are some important things to know if you're going to do business in Germany. When communicating about business with Germans, there are specific ways to do it. Many German business people are comfortable conducting business in English, though if nobody from the staff can speak English, then a professional export team will help you. It is important to use few gestures or animated facial expression. Furthermore, try to avoid interrupting another speaker. Germany says things straight out and are very honest. They do not try to offend you.
Why? Now we know how to communicate while doing business. How do you actually behave?
While working in Germany and doing business with Germans, you must behave properly and respect their way of doing business. Men must always wear a suit and a tie, and women must wear a suit or a dress. Business gifts are not necessary, and if you bring something, choose a tasteful quality local gift or an item your country or region is famous for. Remember that private life must be separated from working life. Germans do not like small talking and are very deal focused. They do not feel the need of developing a close relationship before talking business. Being on time may actually mean arriving a few minutes early because tardiness signals unreliability. Appointments and meetings must always be respected and never disturbed, by example, a phone call. When you are to make a presentation, don't forget plenty of history and background information rather than fancy visuals, and always include documentation. If you are to make jokes, remember that humor rarely translates well, and business presentations are a serious matter to Germans.
And in Denmark, Sarah?
Yes, miss. There are also certain rules when it comes to behaving and respecting in Denmark. The dress code tradition in Denmark are informal, however, suit and tie are still often used, especially within finance. Winning and dining is not a must to do in order to do business, however, going to lunch together is common. The Danish smørrebrød, open rye bread sandwich, is most common, but has a rather dry taste for most foreigners to do the special Danish rye bread. Gift giving is not common in Denmark and should basically be avoided.
My last question about business is how do you negotiate in Germany and Denmark?
There is certain requirements you must fulfill in order to negotiate with Germans. German negotiator will usually not act with a lot of interest For example, they will give you a low price for a product and then act like it's their highest bid. German negotiators are known for thorough preparation and sticking steadfastly to their negotiation positions. Last but not least, Germans take time to deliberate and confer with responsible colleagues before making any important decisions.
There are also certain requirements you must fulfill in order to negotiate with Danes. Have a realistic beginning style. Danes tend to be often if the other part uses unrealistic strategies or push unrealistic deadlines for decision making. The second important thing is the deal focus. With the right product or service to the right price, it is possible to do business in Denmark. Danes does not like to get too close to their business partners. They therefore prefer to stay at least an arm's length away. If strangers get too close into their personal zone, they feel uncomfortable. And the last thing I want to highlight is that the product or service should be fact-based and well-documented rather than based on large unrealistic promises.
Okay, instead I'm Victoria. Now I think everybody are prepared if they are to move and work in Germany and Denmark. My last question is, do you know Gestland cultural terms?
According to Gestland's cultural terms, Germany is a deal-focused culture. It is characteristic of these cultures that they do not mind doing business with people they do not know. To them, it's important to get business done, and the deal is more important than personal relationship. Furthermore, Germany is a formal culture. Germany is also a reserved culture where any form of eye contact is kept a minimum. You do not interrupt your interlocutor and you speak slowly and calmly. Facial expression and gestures as a means of communication are not used very much, and people's bubble of space are rather big.
It's the same in Denmark, except Denmark is informal culture because people from informal cultures are often not aware of the importance of status and power in formal cultures.
Thank you for coming today. We appreciate it. And it was all for Culture Around the World today.
Bye!
See you next Tuesday.
Yes, bye!